Hello everyone, it's Andrea again, and this is my tutorial on the activities available on Moodle. Just going to go to the teacher practice area, press the done editing on button, and then start adding activities or resources. Now, since the last time I visited Moodle for Teachers, the number of activities has increased considerably. There are almost 50 types of activities that a teacher can use in his or her course. Now, some of these are self-explanatory. For example, attendance. This module allows teachers to take attendance and the students to view their attendance records. Checklists, which allow the teacher to create checklists that students can use in order to organize their learning better. Chat, which allows instant messaging. There are also e-voting, which can be used across all devices and displays the results and the graph in real time. Also, the forum is pretty obvious. It allows students to keep in touch. Students, teachers. There are also surveys that can be taken using this activity, this module, and Skype. I believe you can integrate Skype into Moodle. Some other activities are games that are pretty well known. For example, Hangman, Hidden Picture, which is uncovers a piece of picture for each question correctly answered by the student. Hot potatoes, hot question. You can post or vote questions so that teachers know what they are expecting. There's also where is it? Let me just find it. Crossword, cryptex, which is another variety of a crossword, and I think these are pretty much the games that can be used within Moodle. Oh, Millionaire, also it's here. The question is displayed, and if it's answered correctly, then it moves to the next number in the game until the user has completed the questions. All right. Now, there are some other types of activities where are less obvious. Congria, it was quite new to me. It's used for real-time online learning, so it's used for synchronous learning. Students and teachers are logged into the VLE and interact at the same time. It has whiteboard and chat capabilities. Let's just add one. See what happens on the TPA. All right, I'm just going to name it, call it Andreea. Okay, and then there are some kind of, there are all kind of choices to make. Here you can select the teacher, where it's just Nelly here, the schedule for sessions, color, audio, disable or enable, push to talk, and activity completion. Students can manually mark the activity or do not indicate. So these are pretty much standard in all modules in Moodle. Can add tags to make it easier to find, and that's pretty much it. I'm going to save and return to course. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, sorry. So session open, time and close. Let's say 14:50. Okay, my bad. 1 hour should be enough. All right. Well, I do not have permission to update calendar, I know. Okay, right. Oh, I'm out. So let's go back to the TPA. There it is. And let's try out some other topics. Turn editing on again. Let's explore the rest of the activities together. Just a second. All right, good. Now, the big blue tool. Okay, this is the one with real-time book with questions. This is great. So when the student answers correct, they can go to the next chapter. It's some kind of formative assessment that allows the student to review what's been covered and check their understanding. Booking. This feature, I'm not very sure what it's about. Okay, checklist choice. So a teacher can ask a single question. It's not a quiz, it's just one question and offer a selection of possible responses. Now, as far as I know, this is like hinge point questions used in STEM teaching, so you need to check understanding. And the choice question it can be used to stimulate thinking, to quickly test students' understanding, to vote, and the results can help the teacher decide on how to proceed from that point on. What's interesting, many of the new activities that have been introduced since I last visited Moodle for Teachers are designed for blended learning. So some of them can be used by the teacher both in class and outside the class, and it's a really nice way to integrate technology into class and to create a seamless learning experience. All right, the content pages is a plugin, and it allows teachers to add content in courses following usability and accessibility standards. It also has a bookmark so the participant can be located, and allows the launch of questions about the content addressed to provide better interaction between the participant and the VLE. All right, crossword, these are all databases. Allows the teacher to create and maintain, search and reuse a collection of entries. The structure of these entries can be defined by the teacher. It includes checkbox, radio buttons, drop-down menus, and it allows the teacher to comment on the entries. What else? So it has many uses. It can be a collection of web links, books, book reviews, journal references, for displaying student-created photos, posters, websites. So it's a tool for collaborative learning. E-voting is pretty obvious. External tool. The external tool activity allows the student to interact with the learning resources and activities on other websites. So if there's something that Moodle cannot offer, we can use the external tool module to provide LTI support. Okay, good. Going further, we've got fair allocation, which is a module that lets you define choices your participants can take and then rate. Feedback, well, pretty important. It can be used for course evaluations. Let's add one. For surveys, anti-bullying surveys. Going to add another Andreea activity with another mesmerizing description. Alright, save and return to course. Of course, I could have done some other availability questions and submission settings. Okay, let's see it. Oh, look, Andreea can receive feedback now. Good. Going back. So we were at feedback forum, which is quite obvious. Glossary, this is a very useful module, as it allows students to create a list of definitions, dictionary entries, and it can you can also add files, attach files to the glossary, um, entries, and it can be collaborative. It can be a getting to know you space, a resource of best tips, sharing of useful videos. So it's not just a glossary. It can be used for other purposes as well. The group choice will allow the students to enroll themselves in a group within a course. It's what we did when we first chose our teams in the first week, I think. Group self-selection. Students create and select groups, so students can create groups, give them a description, can select and join groups. Teachers may be assigned to groups. Teachers can export course groups lists as CSV files. Okay, then we've got the games. Interactive content allows the teacher to create content such as interactive videos, question sets, drag and drop questions, multi-choice questions. It's also really useful. In our school, we use external resources because our VLE doesn't have this option, as well as many others. Alright, a journal. Okay. Well, it's a journal. It could be a reflective journal. It could be used for feedback. It could be used for lots of purposes. Lesson. All right. This allows the teacher to organize the content, the activities and the tasks in one place. It can be graded, and you can record the grade in the course book. You can create a linear set of content pages of instructional activities, or you can deliver in other ways. All right, you can include questions such as multiple choice, matching, short answer, and it can be used for self-directed learning of new topic scenarios, differentiate revisions. Okay, we've got organizers, which will help the teacher set up appointments, podcasts, which allows participants to create podcasts and publish episodes consisting of video or audio files. It's great, especially for if you want to create an audiobook, for example. I could have used it a few months ago. I did this with some of my students. The portfolio allows the students to create portfolio contributions with the structure set by the teacher. And so the teacher creates the overall structure, chapters, sub-chapters, and then the content is added by the students. I think it's really useful as it kind of scaffolds the students' activities, questionnaires. Of course, this is quite self-explanatory. You can construct surveys, different using question types, and of course the quiz activity, which can be taken as an exam, as a test. The read aloud, it's designed to assist teachers in evaluating their students' reading fluency. I find this really nice. Students read a passage into a microphone. Later, the teacher can mark the word as correct or incorrect and get the students' words correct per minute scores. This is really great, especially for foreign languages. I'd use it with my beginner German classes. We also have a reader. Setting reading goals and allowing students to demonstrate they have achieved the specific reading goals. It would be great to use for reading challenges. Again, I find it very useful. Re-engagement. I'm going to have to look this one up. The scheduler. You can schedule appointments with the students. Group scheduling is also supported. And SCORM package. So it's a collection of files which are packed according to the grid standard for learning objectives and can be used for presenting multimedia content or animations as an assessment tools. The content is usually displayed over several pages with navigation between pages. Okay, Skype is here. Social wiki. Alright, so this allows the participants to add and edit a collection of web pages. It's like Padlet.